Hey everybody, today we're going to walk through how to generate between 23 and 116 leads with an active listing using the Listings to Leads market listing checklist. My name is Scott Pierce from Listings to Leads, and I'd love to invite you to go ahead and log into your Listings to Leads account. And let's actually do this together so that by the end of this call, you're actually done with most of the things that we need to do to start generating, engaging, and also converting leads from our active listing. We want to do this every single week with the listing that is for sale, ours or borrowed. So what we're going to walk through today in large part will work for a borrowed listing. Now, and you want to make sure that you do this every single week because buyers and sellers are always coming in and out of the market. Sellers usually start looking at homes online before they ever contact a real estate agent. So we want to make sure that we are marketing a listing. It could be coming soon, just listed, active, open house every single week, ours or borrowed, so that we don't lose any of that momentum. We don't lose any of that branding for all these buyers and sellers coming in and out of the market. Please keep in mind that this training is part of our How to Make $250,000 plus a year in real estate masterclass. So go to listingstoleads.com/250, listingstoleads.com/250 for all the training on that and how to get how to make sure your daily, your weekly, your monthly marketing is actually growing your business. So let's go to listingstoleads.com. If you're not a client, go ahead and sign up for a free trial. Everything I'm going to talk about in this call today, you'll be able to do. And again, you can pause this video, log into your account, maybe put this video on another monitor, another screen, and literally walk through with me and be most of the way done by the end of this call. So when you first log into Listings to Leads, you will land on the dashboard, and not much we're going to cover there today in this call, but I will mention to go ahead and click on Get Started. And under the account setup here, make sure everything here is up to date and complete. I'm sure it probably is for most of you, but I do like to point that out. You change company, you change logo, you need to set up your Facebook or Google ad account. You need to add listings, connect social media, connect your CRM. All of that can be done right from there. So let's go to listings, and I've got an active listing. Again, this could be my listing or a listing that I borrowed to market. If you need help with that, get into the mastermind group or get with our support team. We got information on how to borrow listings. Now, keep in mind, a listing will normally come into my account and it will show us a status called just listed. And so a listing will come in, let's say January 1st, and it's showing us just listed for 2 weeks. And then on day 15, automatically, we're going to flip that to active. So go from just listed to active. And then we're going to regenerate all the marketing tools. We want to do a new Facebook ad, a new e-flyer to your database, want to get the new tools to the seller to keep that marketing momentum going until we get that property into contract. So I'm going to scroll down my list here, and you can see all these different statuses for sale by owners. I got coming soons. But today in particular, we're going to market this active listing. And if you need help getting that into your account, let our amazing support team know, and they'll get that squared away for you. So here we are. On the overview, we have all the marketing options down the left-hand side, and we're going to want to go through all of them because we want to make sure that we are attracting active buyers, inactive buyers, that we attract homeowners that may be thinking about selling into our marketing, even though it's an active listing. So we want to make sure that we do all the tools on this list, not just a Facebook ad. So what I do recommend though is click the green view button. And if you got 10 to 15 minutes, go through this. And this is everything that is on that market listing checklist that we're going to do next. But I wrote this as if we were sitting next to each other at a cafe or at your training center. And I was walking through this with you as if we were best friends. And I want to make sure that you succeed at the highest level. So take a look at this if you have a chance to give it 10 to 15 minutes. And then do know that as well, there is a detailed video at the bottom here that walks you through everything. So I'm going to refer to this page a few times. And again, you can access this by clicking the green view button under the overview, or again, you can go to listingstoleads.com/250 and you'll find that post right there as well. In addition, I like to invite you to click the download checklist button, and let's download that checklist. And this is what that checklist looks like. And the reason I like the checklist is because you're going to log in, you're going to do some of these things, You're going to get busy. You're going to go off and do other things and not have this completed. And if you print it, put it down next to you, you can use that to better track that and make sure that you get this done in the next couple of days. It should literally take you like a half hour to get most of this done. And you're going to get new people to call, new people to engage. And a lot of this stuff is also going to help you engage and convert people at a higher level. So let's get to it. First up here is Facebook and Instagram ads. And this, just click that button. It'll drop you right into the work area. As you can see here, I've got my location already set. So now I can add more locations if I wanted to attract from a larger area. Just know that the bigger the audience, probably the more money you're going to need to spend. And I got the special housing ad category. We default to a lifetime budget of $35. All this is editable. I've got people spending $100 a week on ads as they get better and better with them because they're producing so well. We don't worry about targeting a audience for buyer ads. We focus more on seller ads for that. I can change the image. I can add a video here. So there's a lot of different media I can use with my ad there. What I got to do is really just confirm location, confirm budget, and click create ad. That will send that to Facebook and Instagram for review. Now this will be a Facebook lead ad. I'll show you what that looks like here in a few minutes, where we collect name, email, phone number, and also purchase time frame. So let's take a look at what this ad's going to look like when somebody runs into it on social media. Just click the view button right there and show ad. You can do this for all the ads in your account and scroll down. And so here's my ad for that listing. People are going to click it. What's your time frame to buy? So that's automatically added, 1 to 3 months, I'll just say. Click next, name, email, and phone number. Next. They will go to the single property website where they can get all the information about the property. And there's a lot of great engagement points here as well. So my when you plan to buy, we can help form. I've got a embed of a what is your home worth right there. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Different free PDF guides that people can engage with in addition to all the information about the property. So a lot of great stuff right there coming off of that ad. And really all the marketing tools in Listings to Leads are pointing to that single property website. So next up is the social media posts, and that will happen automatically if you've got everything set up under the Get Started page in your Listings to Leads account. But again, I'll show what that looks like. Now, whereas an ad is going to generate some really, I don't want to say a lot of leads, but it can, depends on your location and your budget, of course. A for sale listing that's active is probably going to generate buyer leads on average between $2 to $4, depending on where you're at, which is awesome. Now, the social media post will be seen by people that like your page and who are connected to your page. So this won't get seen by a ton of people, but the people that do see it are already connected to you. So that is fabulous. Next up is the share on seller social media. And you want to make sure that you're doing this, okay? This is for listing agents only. So if you're borrowing this listing to market, you won't be able to do this, but you have a lot of other opportunities to generate leads. But for you listing agents, click the green add seller information button there, put in the seller email address. I'll just say, if there is another person, just put the second email in there, my salutation, and click save and then send it. And that's going to send an email with this right here to the seller. And it's going to send me an email as well as the agent. And now the seller's going to think I sent this to them. And what this is for the seller to put on their Facebook page. And this is so powerful and really getting you, first of all, it's powerful to help you get more exposure for their listing. That's the primary thing. But you're also going to get a lot more exposure and branding into the seller sphere of influence on both social media here. And you'll also see there's a companion e-flyer that goes out. And I'm telling you, sellers love this. These top producers love this tool, because what happened is when you get your version, it'll let you know that the seller got theirs. Okay. And now on that overview page that we talked about earlier, there's a script, and you're going to call the seller up and it'll go something like this. I'll say, hey, Ian, this is Scott. Want to let you know that we are still marketing your property, and we got a Facebook ad that's going to be live shortly. We got a new social media post. I've got other things that we're doing. It's on Zillow and Trulia. Everything is updated. But I sent you something to put on your Facebook page and also something to share via email, because you likely know people who know people looking to buy in the area. And in this changing market, we don't want to leave any stones unturned. And the sellers are going to love it. They're going to think you're a rock star. They're going to put that on their Facebook page, and their friends are going to start seeing it. They're going to start liking it. And you can see here, they're going to start clicking it. They're going to go back to that single property website where they can follow this home. And a lot of people do. People will fill out the different lead forms in here, right? Whether it's to get a PDF guide, to get their home value. So there's a lot of great engagement that happens over the course of the listing as the seller is sharing this on their Facebook page when it's active, later when it goes pending, later when it goes just sold. And you can see how all that exposure to the seller's sphere of influence is so powerful for you, not just your branding and your business, but also for lead generation as well. So that's the social media post. This is the e-flyer that the seller will get to share with their friends and family and colleagues. So again, just like the social media post, you click on the e-flyer and the single property website comes up. And again, they have all that great engagement as well. Now, in the social media post, if you are friends with the seller on social media, you might want to go in the post and maybe leave a quick comment like, looks great, thanks for posting, or something like that. And that way, as the seller's friends are engaging with this post on the seller's Facebook page, you're going to be notified and you can come in and help and engage with some of the people as well. Just don't be too overzealous and don't be too clingy on their post. But I do think it's appropriate to like it and leave a quick comment on there. Next up is the nearby homeowner letter. Now this letter, just real quickly, again, make sure you go click on the green view button in the overview section of market listing here. And we want to send this out 3 times over the course of the listing if you're the listing agent. And if you're borrowing this listing to market, I would really only use this at an open house where I'm door knocking with it. Again, where I'm borrowing a listing and I want to use this letter to generate listing leads. It's awesome in an open house before and after, either as a listing or showing agent. But for all you listing agents, I would typically use this either as an open house and then pending and just sold, or maybe coming soon and just listed, one of the two, not both. And then again, pending or just sold. If you have an active listing, you're not going to have an open house, then I would use this letter. And what I would do is I would get this to 100 homes around that listing. You can print it and door knock. You can click print and mail, and you can actually mail it out via express copy, or you could download it and print it from another vendor. So however you want to do that. Again, you're going to see in our training, we're going to talk about how if you are a circle prospector, so if you're using any kind of circle prospecting tools where you're calling 100 homes around that listing, if you mail this letter and then call, we've got a script on that overview page, right? So in the overview section above, click the green view button and scroll down to nearby homeowner letter. There's a fantastic script for circle prospecting with this letter that gets some of the best quality listing leads you're ever going to get. So make sure you check that out. That's a phenomenal letter, and it generates really some of the best listing leads out there. Next up is the e-flyer for your database. This tool, again, is so powerful. I get emails every week from somebody, or a message, so email, a phone call, a social media message, something from in the accounts, where people send this to the database. They are selling listings before they even get to the market some of the times to somebody in their database, so they're double ending the deals. But you also want to make sure that you're sending out these e-flyers to your database because they just get a lot of clicks. They help engage your database. And this is a much higher level than a listing alert or something like that. So get this email out. It's awesome. It's going to generate seller leads. It's going to generate buyer leads for you. And if you've got this turned on, all the leads generated previously will get this email. But if you got KV Core, you got Follow Up Boss, you got Boomtown, whatever, Constant Contact, click the copy code button right there, and then go into KV Core, go into Boomtown, send this out as an email blast to your database. And for that 60 seconds of work that's going to take you, the value you're going to get is going to be awesome. Get with your CRM support if you need to know how do you send out an HTML email to your database. It literally takes about 30 to 60 seconds, and you're going to absolutely love it. Next up is the short form video script. So here again, Now, short form video, if this is such a powerful way to engage what I call the inactive audience as well as the active audience. So not everyone is going to Zillow every day. They're not constantly looking at the emails that an agent is sending maybe, but if the right home came up, they would look at it. Or they're not looking in your exact area, but if they saw the right home that was out of their area, they may consider it. And this is where short form video is so powerful. So get these scripts, get them on your phone, record the videos, get them on Instagram, get them on TikTok, get them on YouTube, get them on Facebook, get them anywhere that you can. Because again, not only will these videos attract the active audience of people that are looking, right, and that are on social media, but again, all of these people, not everyone is on Zillow, not everyone's on your website, not everyone, because it's stressful and takes a lot of energy to be looking at homes. So using the short form video is a fantastic way. And again, I would always go to my property. Maybe I'm in front of the home, maybe I'm in the kitchen, but use the short form video script and get that out to the everyone in your area. Next up, you'll see here is a single property website. Nothing you need to do here because we're already pointing everything to it from the marketing tools. But do know that if you got professional photos, videos, 3D tours, anything like that, just go ahead and click the edit button for your listing and you can add those photos, add those videos. And if you need any help with that, let our support team know and they'll help you out right away. So we got the single property website, we got the virtual tour. You're going to see here the open house sign-in form in our open house training. We go through that, but that's there's an online print and QR code. Next up are listing flyers. And so listing flyers, you see a lot of great ones. And these really go with, you're going to laugh maybe, but in our training on that view page, yard signs. So you want to have, and you're going to see under sign writers a little bit below here. So the print flyers, whether you use that, what you want to do is use it on the yard sign. So get 10 to 15 of these. You may think it's absolutely crazy that a program that does Google ads and Facebook ads and Google My Business posting and all that kind of great stuff is talking about print and text. But I'm telling you, this works. I talked to top producers, and for the cost, the branding that you're going to get from this and the buyer and the seller leads that you're going to get from this is a great ROI for you. So get a clear plastic flyer box and, let me bring up that, sorry about that. Let me bring up that listing again. We were at market listing here and we were talking about the listing flyers, and I was going to download one before my screen went crazy. And so I was saying, you want to get a yard sign and a clear plastic flyer box, put this on there because these generate leads. So you got the QR code, you got the text for more information. If you're subscribed to a text service, they can get a home value right here. So and they're beautiful. They look great. And obviously in your listing, in your open house for all your showings, you want that listing flyer. But my big pro tip to you is get a clear plastic flyer box in between the listing flyer and the sign writer. And again, that would be below. The status would be on the top. So for example, I always recommend you want the just listed one for the first 2 weeks, right? When the status is just listed. After that, you'll go and change this because the eye line is going to get changed by people. They saw in white and red just listed for a couple of weeks. And all of a sudden now they see a black and white one, right? It just completely changed the whole look of that sign. And then we're going to roll through and we're going to do open house. And again, it's going to change their eyesight again. We're going to do sale pending. And every time we're going to update those listing flyers. And as you can imagine, that yard sign now becomes a lead magnet, a branding magnet. It becomes something that people pay attention to because every so often it's changing a little bit, and the information, the value that they are getting from it is going to change. So yeah, do not dismiss the listing flyer sign writer combination. And again, you're going to see that when you go to the overview for market listing here on that right up there, and you're going to see photographs and a lot of great information there about that. We do have postcards and door hangers. So we talked a little bit earlier about the nearby homeowner letter. Keep in mind again, and this is such a powerful message in marketing to keep in mind. A lot of people like to send out maybe 300 postcards at just listed, or maybe 300 postcards or door hangers at just sold. It is much better to send a smaller amount more often to get better leads. And this is never more true than in direct marketing. And if you can layer on every time you mail something to somebody that you call them up, and again, we have all those scripts at the write-up. We got the detailed write-up with the recorded webinar. But so that's why I say send either the letter, postcard, or door hanger once while the listing is for sale. So that could be there's coming soon, just listed, active, or open house. So between those 4 statuses, I'm going to send something to the homeowners, 100 homeowners once. I'm going to send something the second time when it's pending, in contract, active, contingent. And then the third time will be when the property sells. So hopefully that makes sense. And again, direct mail is better than nothing. And direct mail and calling is the best of all worlds. And again, we have all the scripts and everything you need at the detailed write-up for that. And then as we go down here, you'll see we got blog posts, Craigslist, QR codes, traffic reports, and even YouTube listing videos as well. And the YouTube listing video is awesome. Oh, and apparently I don't have one. So just please generate a video first. I will use that song right there, generate and upload to YouTube. And the YouTube videos are absolutely awesome because of the SEO that they get. Typically, although not always, they will rank on the page 1 of Google, if not the top half of page 1 of Google. Even if you do your own property video, even if you do your own SEO, any spot that you can get on page 1 of Google and knock out a Zillow, a Trulia, something like that, the better for you and your branding. All right. So we want to make sure that, hey, as often as we can come up on page 1 of Google, the better. These YouTube listing videos do a fantastic job with that. Make sure that you get that done. All right. So listen, we have, I got one more thing. So and please find this link around the video that you're watching now, because we have a database script, and you're going to see more about this soon in Listings to Leads. And that is calling your database. And so here's short form video script. Let's see if I can find it here real quickly here. Script for your database coming soon. Good enough. So you'll just change everything to active, right? So you want to call your database, and you're going to see we're going to have scripts for every single status, all the PDF guides and other tools within Listings to Leads. And the idea is to call your database. Everyone in your database should hopefully be called once a month with a script that just allows you to check in and offer a little bit of value. It's not a sales script. It's not a script where you're trying to get a listing appointment or to get them signed up for an IDX search. This is a script that is allowing you to be human, that is allowing them to get to know you, like, and trust you over time, because business happens over time. All right. If they're looking to buy or sell in the short term, you're going to find that out if you call them. But if you start calling with a ulterior motive of getting over there to give them a 5-minute home valuation, or to get them in your office, or to get set up on an IDX search, you're just going to scare a lot of people away. So take a look at the script right here. You'll see it says just listed database script, and we'll just edit this a little bit so it works for your active listing, your listing that is for sale. And that's how I frame. Like, I wouldn't call someone and say, hey, 553 or 15 Ambient Way is now active because it was just listed. I would just say, hey, just want to let you know that 15 Ambient Way is still for sale. Want to make sure you have any questions. So here's the script, right? Here's the intro to the script. And then we got a few different setups. If you're circle prospecting, right, where they own a home in nearby that listing, that's your script. If the person you're calling in your database does not live by the property, but owns a home, you'd use this script. And then if they answer yes to either one of those 2 questions, you're going to do this right here. And then if they are a renter, so if they rent in the area, you got this script right here that you can use. So you got a great script to call through your database. You're not bothering them. The goal here is to get them to get them to know who you are, so that the second time you call, a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, you're going to call them every month, because when they're ready to buy or sell, which most people, maybe it's 3 months to 5 years from now. not many people are going to buy or sell in the next 2 months. It's cold, the wrong time of season. But if I can call them up in January, in February, in March with a great little script like this, hey, and again, when you borrow a listing to market that's pending, you got that script to call them up about. So you are just letting people know about new listings, pending listings. We got the PDF guide scripts coming for you as well that you can call your database with. Amazing scripts that just allow you to check in with your database so that when they are ready to buy or sell, you are the one that they're going to be talking to naturally. So listen, with that, if you have any questions on any of the tools used to market a for sale listing, let our amazing support team know. They're more than happy to help you, and we'll talk to you soon.